Yeah.
And then it's no big deal.
It's typically not an issue. Yeah.
I've only traveled internationally without a travel agent once.
Really?
Yeah. I'm kind of a chicken shit though. You know what I mean? Like
We're not going to be chicken shit. We're in Wren Lake with a bunch of girls on the boat screaming at us to pull freaking catfish out of the hole.
I'll handle that. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I feel like I could be like very sought after prize in a foreign country. You know what I mean? Imagine all the
Absolutely.
candles and
Look, another silly fat American.
Absolutely.
candles.
Dude,
Yeah.
they know you're American as soon as you step off the plane.
What is it? Why? What makes it?
I don't know. I'm telling you though, they will target you like boom.
So what's
You just have to be and I'm so not like what I had to get used to in Africa was people coming up and being super nice and like, how are you? What's your name? Blah blah blah. And the next thing you know, they're like
For money.
for money?
They're trying to get you to buy something, or they're like, we'll show you how to get from this gate to this gate in the airport, and then they want money for helping you. And that's just, but it's hard to explain. There's just such a diverse group of people in Africa. It's just something you have.
Well,
to
because
get
you got
used to.
like
It's like stepping back in time.
Well, like you talked about, you had a 4th generation German that was part of the so there's that.
Right.
There's the white Europeans that colonized the place, and then there's the natural inhabitants of it.
Yeah, who have been there for thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah.
Like we went to a tribe, they're called the Himba. So this was a tribe in Africa. They have learned. So Namibia is mainly desert. Actually, it's the world's oldest desert. It's like 50 million years old. These people have lived in the desert and learned how to survive. Like just being out there, I have no idea how any human being would have been like, I think I'm going to settle down here. I mean, it is legit the desert. There's no water. There's nothing. So we actually found a guy. He grew up Himba. He was like, I'll take you to this tribe. I'll take you and I can translate. So he took us and we took them some cornmeal, some
very
oil.
pilgrimy of you.
Yeah, some oil, like some things and like to give to the village. And he like kind of showed us around, and these people like their traditions they're living exactly the same as they did thousands of years ago.
That's crazy.
So like the women don't bathe.
What's the Wi-Fi like? Wonder what their TikTok handles are.
Step back into.
That's insane, isn't it? To think that way.
No, it blows.
It's wild.
Mind.
Yeah.
They love having their picture taken though. They love it.
No shit.
Show that they like to see what they look like because they have no idea.
No mirrors.
No, they have no idea. So they love to see. Like if you take a picture, they want to see what they look like. But so there's no water there. The women are not allowed to bathe. Only the men get to bathe in this tribe.
Yikes.
So the women, what they do is they rub their bodies every morning
with dust.
They take a smoke bath. So they have like herbs that they burn to make it, and it's kind of like a perfume. So it keeps them smelling good. And then they rub their skin with a mix of animal fat and ochre, which is like a mineral.
Is it red?
It's red.
I know. I've seen these people.
Yes.
Like, is that a common thing amongst tribal Africans or just this one in general?
Just this one.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So only the men.
There's going to be so many people listening to this call bullshit on that.
No, dude.
I'd show you pictures, but they're also all topless.
Of course.
Like, I can't post any of the pictures because women don't have like.
Yeah.
But they're beautiful. Like their skin, they are called the red people because they're literally all their skin is red. From where, and like, so the men follow the cattle. They're actually herdsmen. So they herd cattle, goats. And so the men during the day go off with the cattle and the sheep and stuff. And the women do all the other work. So they build the houses. They gather firewood. They are out there taking care of the kids. They do all the cooking. They do everything. And like at night, and they sleep literally on like a cowhide. So on the hard dirt floor on a cowhide, the man has a pillow, which his pillow is a piece of wood that fits his neck. So that's his pillow. Only the man gets a pillow. And then the first wife, because they get to have multiple.
Concubines? Or like, is it?
They probably don't call it that.
What do they call it?
They have arranged marriages. So what typically when the girl is 13, she's bound to man. This is gonna sound so bad. The man has to be a first cousin. So I mean, it's wild. This is a whole other world, guys. So first cousin, or at least this is what our guy who grew up Himba was telling us.
Shit.
And so they get paired together. So they go off, get married. You know, when she's 13 or 14, he takes her as his wife.
And how old's the dude?
I don't know. I think usually like 27. He's typically older.
Yikes.
So that's his first wife. So the first wife, when they're sleeping, so he has his wooden pillow. Her pillow is his elbow. So she sleeps on his arm. And like that's her pillow. And then the second wife, I guess, is just like SOL and has to sleep next to her.
Whoa. So they sleep in the same tent.
It's a pecking order. Yeah.
That's wild.
It's so it was
So if they're
Elvis
a
would have
learning
fit right in there.
experience. It's
so
a
if
learning
they're
experience.
marrying first cousins, is there a high rate of some of those genetic disorders that come from incest?
You would think so, but I didn't notice anything. So, but also I think generally like they go and have a lot of kids via a lot of other women.
Oh, so first cousin is a stretch.
And then you get to go around and so the man gets to go and have as many women as he wants.
So what do the men's wear? Do you see a lot of like big Himba cocks and stuff swinging around?
No. So they're more covered than the females.
They probably wear
they have
pants and
skirts.
shirt.
It's like a skirt. It's like a it's
Like a
not
button up, nice nice pair of slacks.
Yeah.
it's
Dockers. Got a set of Dockers.
It's almost like, you know, when you see in Scotland, like
like a
it?
kilt.
Yeah. But African style, like lighter because they're in the but it's like a skirt and then he's got like just a shirt and then
No shit.
it's yeah, and everything is symbolic. Like they all have all this jewelry.
Yeah.
Every little thing.
I'm currently
represents
Googling it as we're speaking, and they seem like a very highly decorated
fascinating.
tribe.
Yes.
Big like
Their hair's covered in
dreads.
clay.
Yeah, like
yes.
yes, big snake looking dreads.
Yeah, so their hair's covered in clay and it takes you actually it's the man's hair. So the men grow out their hair and they kind of use it as like extension. So he cuts off his hair, gives it to his wife, and she adds it on. And so there's like a whole thing of clay all the way down to the tips. And then what's at the tips, I'd love to show you a picture. It's super cool. I took
So
some
now these
pictures that
women
I can share.
Now these women, this is just a tribal disconnect. Like they have no what I'm trying to say is they don't give two shits that their big tribal boobies are hanging everywhere.
Oh.
Like
They wouldn't
it's
know
just-
any different.
It's
Yeah,
nothing.
exactly. Yeah.
No,
If you
it's
don't
not
know, you
even-
don't know.
It's not even thought of. And so that was one concern because I took Sway. Obviously, we took Sway there.
Well, sure.
And I was like, okay. So, but he didn't even, I was really surprised he didn't even give a second. Because if they don't act like it's nothing, he
Yep.
didn't pay any attention.
Exactly.
It's it's wild. You just get used to it.
Yep.
I got used to it. So I'm like, yeah, I'll show you a picture. Here, let me post this video. But then, it'll get banned as soon as I post it.
Exactly.
But it's just it's their norm. Like we the first lady, like we helped one of the women. So what they use for the clay in their houses, it's cow manure, clay, and water, and that's what they use to like build the foundation of their home. So me and Sway were helping mix up cow manure and clay and all this next to a lady with, she was full on topless